And we're live. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Roma Theory. Massive weekend ahead. Very entertaining weekend, not just on our game. We've got Inter against Juventus, Lazio against Atalanta. The St. Valentine's Day couldn't have come in a worse weekend. Ain't gonna lie. I feel very bad. I've got a very close friend who's an Inter fan, and you can only imagine his situation tomorrow evening. But yeah, look, I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be a very good one. Very important game. I've analysed this game very carefully, very carefully, and I've come up with a good match preview. This is a very good match preview. So buckle up, get your snacks, get your drinks, get your Friday night beers. I don't have anything with me today. I forgot it's in the fridge. But cheers, invisible cheers to you. Let me know in the live chat what you think about this game, because I'm very curious to see if this negative trend, if people think prior to the game that this negative trend of us in big games will change. Because, I mean, I'll say it. The title says it. If this trend doesn't change this weekend, it's never gonna change. I said this when we faced them at home. If you don't beat Napoli today, tomorrow, on Sunday, whenever it was, or this Sunday, you're never going to beat them. Napoli are in a disastrous situation. Not only are they out of everything, out of the Champions League, out of the Coppa Italia, and I'll give you my opinion on that in a second, because I like to speak about our opponents in detail when analysing them. Not only it's a team full of injuries, and they were full of injuries. People will go, well, Simo, they were full of injuries when we faced them at home and they still beat us. Absolutely agreed. But they've exponentially gotten worse with injuries from that game, because Neres is injured, McTominay's in doubt, Di Lorenzo's injured, Anguissa is injured. They sold Noah Lang, and Noah Lang and Neres were the reason Napoli won that game against us in November. So De Bruyne's injured. A lot of players, a lot of key players are missing. And I will say it. I will say it. You don't deserve to get top four if you can't win against Napoli on Sunday. I said that very correctly. I did not misinterpret anything. I want to win on Sunday. I want to win on Sunday. And maybe I'm asking a lot. I'm not going to be happy with the draw. I'm not going to be happy with the draw. I'm not going to be happy with the draw. Well, look, maybe. I'll be happy with the draw if you beat Juventus, but I don't see us beating Juventus. I see us beating Napoli way more possible as an event. So if you get 4 points between Napoli and Juve, at the end of the day, I'll be happy. But I'm starting on the basis that you're not going to beat Juventus, because I think Juventus, at time of speaking, apart from Inter, are the most on-form team in Italy. Again, football is weird. Anything can happen. We're playing at home, absolutely. But I don't think you're going to beat Juventus, which means that you need to beat Napoli on Sunday. And I won't be happy with a draw, because I think a draw is not enough for a top four race. Now, again, you know what I think. I think that we, in a sense, we don't deserve to get top four because we've bottled too many big games. At the same time, I also agree with people who go that we need to win some, because teams that are low-table teams pull up a fight in these games more than us sometimes. And that's the thing. I feel like the performance is always... Sorry, there's a dog barking in front of my house. At 7:34 p.m, this dog barks every day. I don't know if it's got a syndrome or something, but the owner takes this dog out at 7:34. At 7:34 punctually, this dog barks. It's insane. It's actually insane. If you can hear it, just mind it. I hope they don't choke this dog, because I don't understand how it can, like, synchronize its barks at the same time every day on a repeated basis. Having walked down the dog path, let's go back to the game and let's follow back with our tangent. This is a very delicate game. This is a very delicate game. And I feel like I still stick with what I said many times. You're the 5th/6th best team in Italy, but that doesn't mean that you can't win a big game. Because teams who are fighting to not get relegated, beat big table teams that you didn't beat this year. So this just shows you that there is no team in this league, maybe apart from Inter, that is unbeatable. Napoli is very, very, very beatable. They've been very beatable this season as a whole. Especially now, they are very, very beatable, I think. And again, I'm not saying that we're going to win. I'm saying that they're very beatable. And that's two completely different things. Speaking about Napoli, I do want to say a few things regarding Napoli. Fucking hell, this dog, man. Where the fuck is this dog? Can you bring this dog away? Jesus Christ, man. I love dogs. I really love dogs, but I hate barks. I really do. Okay, going back to... See, it's distracted me. This stupid dog distracted me. What was I going to say? Napoli. Let's speak about Napoli. Now, first of all, players that could be missing this game. Di Lorenzo's out. De Bruyne's out. Anguissa is out. Neres is out. And McTominay's in doubt. Now, again, McTominay's presence will change a lot because McTominay is by far their best player. I think McTominay will be there. The fact that he got precautionally not called up for Wednesday's game against Como in the Coppa Italia suggests to me that he's going to be back for this game. And I would like to think that he's back for this game because if my mind starts going, McTominay won't be there, and then I find him in the starting lineup, then I'm going to be mad about it. So we're going to start with the premise that McTominay is starting this game, even though he's had a few problems. He had a problem in the Genoa game last weekend, and he got subbed off. But he should be back for this game. Napoli, the situation with Napoli for me is that I can't stand Conte. And I've said this many times. I think, in fact, I'm not scared to say that Conte, for me, in the world of football, past, present, and future, I think Conte is the worst person ever. I cannot stand him on a human point of view. And there's not many players, there's not many individuals, human beings in the world of football that I don't like on a human level. Conte I can't stand. Like, Conte is honestly a person that if I meet at a supermarket, I would slap. Like, I would completely ignore him. I would not be interested one bit to take a picture with him. No, I would blatantly ignore him. And if he pisses me off, I'd steal a cabbage from him. I can't stand that man. Like, that man is the antithesis, you get the point, of sportsmanlike. Like, the guy always cries. The guy is the most incoherent person ever. Whenever something plays against him, whenever the referees make a mistake against him, he's like... He acts like he's the one who everyone is targeting, but then he doesn't say anything when the referees make mistakes in Napoli. So I don't like him. You get the point? I don't like him. But I'll defend him. I'll defend him this season. I'll defend him from the idiots. If you're Italian, you will know. Like Damiano Irfaina, who every time Antonio Conte loses a game... has the decency, by the way, he's a grown man, of posting a video going, Anto! I'll defend him and say that it's not his fault. Like, the guy, what can the guy do? The guy has hit the season where the god of football has gone, sang! And literally everyone on the floor. Every single player that he has, every single good player that he has is injured. So... people who go, Conte has failed, Conte has absolutely failed this season, I disagree, because I want to see your club with 18 injuries, and these 18 injuries being 18 of your best players. You know, I want to see you. I mean, definitely, if 9 of our best players would be injured, like in Napoli's case, we'd be fighting not to get 12th. So I can enter in the shoes of Antonio Conte tackling this season. In Conte's attack, I'll say that the Champions League situation was disgraceful. Now, whether you've got a team full of injuries or not, whether you are good in Europe or not, because everybody knows that Conte isn't good in Europe, whether you're good in Europe or not, whether you're full of injuries or not, whether your focus is the league or not, whether your priority has always been winning the league title and not giving a shit about Champions League football, you, champion of Italy, cannot get outside of the 24 teams. It has been an embarrassment to the country. Our champions of Italy got 30th in the Champions League table. And that, even as a Roma fan, is embarrassing. It shows the level of this league. The champions of Italy, Napoli, get 30th in the league table. Ahead of them, Karabag. Clubs like Karabag got ahead of you. So, on the Champions League front, I completely agree with everyone that goes that he's failed. Because you can't get at least get in that 24. At least, that's a minimum requirement as a champion of Italy, whether you've got injuries or not. So Champions League front, he's failed, and he's always failed, and he's failed this season. On the league side, I can't attack the guy. I can't attack the guy because he's trying to work miracles with a team that is blatantly destroyed by injuries. And in fact, as Conte's biggest hater and Napoli's biggest hater, I'll say that if Conte had everyone at disposal, he'd be challenging for the league title. Now, Inter have won this league title. I can't see how Inter bottle it. But until a few months ago, I would have put Napoli favourites. And at the beginning of the season, I put Napoli favourites. And I'm still convinced that a fully fit Napoli team, I'm not saying they would have won it blindfolded, but it would have definitely posed a challenge to Inter, at least until the very last game weeks like last season. So I think with Napoli, it's a bit of a hit or miss. Having said all of this, we come to us. You want to get that Champions League? You want to get that top four? You can't lose on Sunday. If you lose on Sunday, you're an idiot. Nobody, at time of speaking, loses to this Napoli team. Como didn't lose against this Napoli team on Wednesday. De Rossi lost against Napoli on Sunday, but I actually thought it was a penalty. Then I rewatched it, and that's never a penalty. So, again, did De Rossi lose that game? I'm not sure. Genoa scored 2 goals past Napoli. So it's a very vulnerable Napoli side. And you, who, yes, I agree, are not top 4 material, need to pose a challenge and need to try and beat them. You need to go there and say, I failed multiple times this season. I've been an idiot. I've shit my pants in all big games this season. Now, 15th of February, Sunday, 15th of February, at the Diego Armando Maradona of Naples, I will pose a threat to this Napoli team. I will do it. Because otherwise, arrivederci. Arrivederci e buonanotte. I expect a good game from us. And I really do. I really, really do. And I'm not happy with just a good game and then losing 1-0 again. No. I want a good game. I want a hard-fought game. And I want something. Okay, maybe 3 points is a big ask, even though I don't think it is, for a team that wants to get in that top 4. But you need to get something. Like, if it's not a win, it has to be a draw. If it's not a draw or a win on Sunday, then it further implies that you shit your pants in these games, that you really do shit your pants. On the reflection side of this, I'll say that if you do win on Sunday, the situation changes from this to this. If you win on Sunday, not only do Juve play at San Siro against Inter, but if you win on Sunday, you'd go same points as Napoli. And then the situation changes from this to this. But you need a win. With a draw, I would say, like I'd be looking at that cup half full, going, if you lose, fuck it. Like, if you lose, I'm gonna lose it. If you lose, I'm gonna lose it on Sunday. I'm gonna call it. If you lose on Sunday, I will lose it. You're gonna see me fuming in that match reaction, because I don't expect you to lose, and you can't lose. Predicted 11 for me is this. Svilar, Mancho, Ndika. I think Hermoso will get back, even though Gilardi's been playing very well. I think Hermoso will get back in this game. In the middle, Kone is still out, and I think a ton of speaking Pizzilli is a bit ahead of Ellenawi in Gasperini's hierarchies, coming from a great performance on Monday against Cagliari. So I'm going to insist with that 4 in the middle. Up front, look, I can see Sule start, but I've said this in the Cagliari match reaction. I don't want Sule to start for 2 reasons. One reason is a reason that I've been repeating to you ever since I've been created, which is that Dybala and Sule are not effective together. Number 2, Sule is suffering from groin pain, and he isn't fit. So I think Sule needs to take 1-2 games where he rests and tries to saturate that pain away. Dybala is back, so Dybala starts. And I want Zaragoza to start. Unpredictability. It's in these games that you lack it. It's in these games that a lack of unpredictability has costed you so many times. Try something new. Start Zaragoza. And of course, Donny Malen up front. I was going to say Bobby Malen. Somebody calls him Bobby Malen. I don't know who, but it's Donny Malen, not Bobby Malen. Up front, or should I say R9, Dutch R9. That's my predicted 11. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a very, very, very interesting Serie A game week. Very, very interesting. Milan tonight, Inter and Milan, I'm not massively bothered in, because Inter and Milan are inevitably all gonna finish ahead of you. Like, there is no chance that you get ahead of Inter, of course, but even ahead of Milan. Milan have got a game in hand against Como, yes, but Allegri always manages to win in these games. They're playing against Pisa tonight. Milan are going to get second and Inter are going to get first. So I'm not bothered in the 2 Milan teams. The teams that you can pose and need to pose a challenge on are Juventus and Napoli. I would say Napoli more than Juventus because you need to exploit the fact that they're weaker than Juventus right now, which is why, you can't lose points in that direct Roma against Napoli head-to-head. And you have to be careful at Como at the back because they have a game in hand against Milan, yes. They're playing Fiorentina tomorrow. A lot of big games this weekend. Holy God. Holy God. Very, very, very juicy, packed weekend. Como Fiorentina is a good one. Lazio Atalanta is a good one. Inter Juve is a good one. And Napoli Roma is a good one. 4 big games this weekend. I like it. Me gusta mucho, cabrón. Me gusta mucho, cabrón. Argentina, Guatemala, Mexico, Honduras, Brazil, Curaçao, United States, Canada, Mexico, y mi patria, Puerto Rico, my homeland. Okay, let's read a few comments. Simo, are you following the Winter Olympics? Not really, you know. I'm not a big fan of winter sports. I'm not. I know that Italy is doing very well. We're like second in the medal table, right? Very proud of my country, but we're always good in these events. We're always good, despite being a small country. We always get that patriotism out when it comes to sport events. Just football lately has been shit, but overall, we're very good when it comes to sports. But no, I'm not massively interested in them. I'm a fun believer that, I mean, at least I'm a very big, classic, traditional guy when it comes to sports. Football, tennis, basketball, track, rugby, and swimming. But for me, every other sport, maybe boxing, I'll add boxing in it, but like not those shit fake shows, American, like WWE, like good real Muhammad Ali type boxing. Like, yes, those yes, but any other sport, for me, I'm not bothered. And I truly believe that in big 2026, the amount of nonsense that has been created in the world of sports is on another level. I'm a big tennis guy, you know. So for me, paddle is like paddle, and what's the other one that is very popular in the States? Pickleball. Oh, piss off. Like, all because of money. Yes, money always comes down to these things, but The amount of nonsense that has been created, which isn't even sports. Like, I've got friends who insist on the fact that they go out and have sport and do some sport activity by playing paddle. Mate, you're not 80 years old. Like, go play tennis. No, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I feel like a bit of sports today. I'm just gonna play some pickleball with my friends. That's something you play at the beach with your friends. Or like sticking back to the Winter Olympics. What's that sport called where they just shoot the disc and then they like go like that? Curling? Like the amount of nonsense that goes on in the world of sports these days, fucking hell. It's embarrassing to even watch. Let's channel our Ranieri run from the beginning of last year and keep the dream alive. It's so aggravating when you go out against Milan and look like you should be 1 or 2 in the league, still lose, then turn around and play like dog shit against a mid to low table team. We have seen time and time again, even last year a team would go down, a player with a red card, and we still struggled to even compete. Oh yeah, by the way, if you go down in any football game, you're never gonna come back. That's the new law this year. You cannot concede first. You can't. You need to score first. Otherwise, you're not winning. It's as simple as that. Hermoso is not going to start. Neither is Zaragoza. I want Zaragoza to start. I really do. I really want Zaragoza to start. Because I am a fond believer that this team needs unpredictability. And I've been saying this ever since September. Also known as the civil war of Simo's relationships. I would think that you're giving Sule a break from having the entire offensive Roma on his back. Keep it real. Simo's invited the carne asada. Mate, speaking about Argentina, I've put Buenos Aires first on my Erasmus list next year. It's very complicated because it only has one spot, so it's very complicated to get in it. But I put Buenos Aires first. It would be a dream. It would honestly be a dream, but it's complicated. I'll keep you updated. If anybody is from Argentina, send me a DM on Instagram. We can have a chat. Especially in March, whenever I get the result of whether I got picked there or not. I might have some questions. Also, when it comes to rents, will be nice. Curling is weirdly boring. Yeah, it is. But honestly, I find 80%, a vast majority of winter sports very boring. The only one which gives me a bit of adrenaline is the one where they ski and then jump and then twist and turn around. But even those that ice skate and dance, like, God, I'd rather fall asleep. Do you think Totti's return would help at all? Well, I've said it many times. It will never not help. That's the way I see it. Whether Totti's return is going to be the key to success, I don't agree with. But whenever people go, can Totti be good or bad? Totti will never be bad. In terms of at the club. Totti will never do the bad of this football club. So adding layers of Romanism and legends is always good. Regardless of what role he will have or not. Unrelated, but do you have some insights on how Edo is doing at Watford? Do you think he's going to play soon? I have no idea. What are Watford? I like the Championship. Let's look at the table. Hang on a sec. Middlesbrough first. Watford are 12th. 44 points. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. I don't follow the Championship. Leicester are 21st. How many teams do they have? 24 teams. No, I've no idea. Honestly, I don't. But yeah, I wish him all the best as always. I will follow Watford whenever he starts playing. Not on a weekly basis, but I'll watch some highlights and stuff. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Gasperini is speaking tomorrow. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a reaction or not. Valentine's Day tomorrow, and then big game on Sunday. Yeah, I can't wait for it. Right, hit that like button. If we can get 111 likes on this video, 111, it would be great. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Again, we're very close to 17k subs. We can hit it like it's a matter of time. So share this channel with your friends and families. It massively supports me and the community. And also, last but not least, it is a new month. It is February. So I am opening 3 more spots for the fan forum. So if you do want to be part of the fan forum on WhatsApp, you need to send me your phone number with your country's prefix on the email, in the email down below, in the description. And the first 3 people that do so will be added to the fan forum. Not more than 3. I open slots on a monthly basis because I don't want it to get over crammed. So only 3 spots for February. First 3 people that send it, I'll do it in the next couple of days. By Monday, you'll be in it. Anyways, enjoy your night. Have a beer. Fuck Lazio and Forza Roma. Simo out.